Why you lying? Why you lying? Do you want fights? Come, I'm ready. What you bring? You bring every person, me too, I can bring.
Across the country, we're hearing countless stories about migrants being housed in hotels, country clubs and even five-star accommodation. Communities are rarely informed about the new occupants. However, when they appear in our schools' classrooms, parents from Stockport Academy have become shocked and concerned, with some migrants appearing to be much older than other pupils.
But the guidance is that officials are meant to give the benefit of the doubt to anyone who says they're under the age of 18.
Listen, I swear.
Okay, yeah, which is fine, but you're telling us you're 15 years old and we don't believe you.
I'm 15 years old.
Okay, and we need to establish that.
You see, you have a potential situation here where older people, young men, will be placed into foster homes with families with young children, placed into schools with young children around them, and that obviously there are obviously child protection risks here, and there have been instances, and I'm aware of one, where things where tragedies have happened as a result of that.
Previous headlines have highlighted so-called migrant children arriving on our shores, but where does this leave us with safeguarding and making sure our children are protected and given a proper education?
My son has just left that school, but I've got a 13-year-old daughter who's in that school.
Yep.
And in the last few weeks, couple of months, there seems to be an influx of foreign kids, well, blokes, asking breeding his children.
When you say blokes, what's their visually? What are we saying, that they look like men?
100% they look like men. They're covered in tattoos.
They're covered in tattoos. I've
Yeah.
seen some pictures as well. They've got they're not even disguising it. I mean, they've got full-grown beards.
Yes, yeah.
And they're what, in school as year 10, year 11?
Yeah. As I've got told off friends and family who go to that school, that does seem correct, that they are in the higher years, and there's the odd couple in the lower years.
What nationality are they, do you know?
Well, I don't know whether they asked, well, I asked my daughter,
Yep.
and she said they're saying that they're Turkish.
Okay.
But can you say, they're definitely not English, but
Yep.
not being racist, but they're definitely the migrants.
Yep. And where are they staying, do you know?
Redbury Hall.
So these are, and Bredbury Hall was a country club golf hotel?
Yeah, yeah.
On the outskirts of Stockport?
Yeah.
And it's been taken over now to house migrants?
Yeah.
And that's where all of them are, and they're bussing them in to the school?
I think so, yeah.
What problems specifically do you know that there's been at school?
Well, I know that they threatened some children,
Yeah.
one of my son's friends, and I know that they're asking my daughter and some of their friends a lot of sexual questions.
So your daughter's 13?
Yeah.
And so your daughter's 13. Prior to any of these migrant men being brought into the town, was she ever asked other sexual things?
No.
Have you ever had these problems off the other kids?
No. You wouldn't dream of, you wouldn't ask them questions what they're asking them.
What are they asked? So what specifically was asked to your daughter?
Well, the worst one is asking whether she's a virgin, for starters. And then asking her where's she from, where does she live, can he have the number? Grown men can't be asking kids that.
How soon after they're brought into school did this happen?
Maybe a couple of weeks or so.
Couple of weeks. They're in school a couple of weeks and they're asking the girls that are 13 if they're virgins.
Yeah.
Does this happen to your daughter as a standalone case, or is it happening to her friends?
Well, I'm going off what my daughter said. She's seen it's her and her friends.
Her and her friends.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel as a dad?
It kills me. It hurts. It makes me fume.
I've got a mate of mine who has a twin sister, and we're in the canteen, and this mate's twin sister went to go put something in the bin. This migrant kid was stood like on the bin, sat down on the bin, and he went, and she tried to put something in the bin, and then he went, what's your number, and I'll let you put it in the bin. Blackmailing.
Okay, give me your phone number and I'll move out of the way.
Yep, and saying are you a virgin and all this, acting as if like we would answer all this stuff. My mate, he's got a younger sister in the school. He's only just left, and I've heard that even these kids have been asking his own little sister, 13-year-old, sexual things as well. In the men, no doubt about it. He's just full tattoos, acting like and asking questions which these 13-year-olds don't even understand. In my school, when they come in lessons, they're all getting the attention that us pupils need, but they're all getting it because they don't know anything.
Oh, so what you mean is
they're getting everything.
The staff are concentrating on the migrant children.
Yeah.
And
These do extra lessons at the end of school.
Yep.
To catch up with whatever they're behind in.
Yep.
Now my son does about 3 a week, and these are in the classes with him. But because he can't speak English, the teachers are with them for the 45 minutes.
Rather than with him.
He's sat on his own. He may as well be at home. They don't go to classes. They walk into classes halfway through. They disrupt the lessons. They're walking around school. They're saying whatever they want to girl student. There's just nothing to stop him. Nobody seems to be able to stop him from doing that.
Have you had any discussion with the school?
I haven't personally, but my friend,
Yep.
whose son has had a load of trouble, and another woman that I've got friends with.
This is a woman who's going to come here.
Yeah, there was another woman, yeah.
Yeah.
But she's getting crucified and being called her son's being called an extremist for saying something. When her son is clearly the victim, and so is the other children and the kids.
What's happened with her son, if you don't?
Her son and some other boys heard one of these blokes saying something to his younger sister, so he said something, and then there's been an altercation, a bit of trouble.
So the migrant men were saying things again to younger girls.
Yeah.
The English boys, her brother, has made comments.
Yeah.
And then an altercation. Did it
Yeah,
turn?
they run it in. They run it in.
The migrant men run at the boy.
Run it in.
They
Yeah.
attacked him.
Yeah.
Have they been kicked out of the school for that?
Not as far as I know, no.
Just before I left, there was this new lad who I've recently just found out is able to go out clubbing and drinking and gets ID'd and he gets away with it, and he was a year below me, which means he's still in the high school now.
So he's a year below you at school, but he's out in the nightclubs because he's got ID to show his actual age, probably.
Yeah.
But he's saying he's younger and he's in school with the kids.
Yeah.
Are they physically intimidating? Are they intimidating to the English kids in the school? Is it?
Possibly to the younger children, because obviously the size difference is a matter. Plus as they've got beards, isn't something you see in a school every day.
When you say beards, are you on about? I've got a little bit of stubble here. Is it like this? Or is it beards?
People like a big beard.
They've got a big beard,
Yeah.
and he's masquerading as a 15-year-old kid.
Yeah, trying to say that they're 15, 16 from Turkey, but they've got big arm sleeve tattoos with like numbers and flags on them.
What's the school's attitude in all of this?
The school's attitude is if you try going against what the school is saying, they'll shut you down, you'll get in trouble for it, and they'll try and isolate you from everybody else to stop you and your freedom of speech getting out there so everybody else knows.
Did they tell you? Did you ever get contacted to let you know that men from foreign countries who have come into the country are now going to be put into your child's school?
No. And when I asked about it, all I got told was they don't have to let every parent know about every student that starts school.
They've got full tattoos up their arms. I've heard one of the migrants used to have a full arm of tattoos, and he's got it lasered off. They've got beards, it's like full beards, not patchy at all.
Like proper beards?
Yep. They've got veins all across their arms.
They look like men.
Definitely.
Built like men.
Yeah, they act like them too.
They act like them. That voice note, I've listened to a voice note earlier of one of them threatening. Who's he threatening there?
So I was on about my mate earlier.
Yeah.
He was messaging him saying, "Oh, come fight me," and this is after the incident that happened in school.
This is over the incident over his twin sister.
Fuck, okay, it's you. I know, it's you, I knew. Why you land? Come, do you want to fight? You don't bring you. How many person do you want? Come in Stockport. Hey, I know you land me, but tomorrow me I come. I want to talk in you, okay? Tomorrow I come. I want to talk in you. Why you land? Do you want fights? Come, I'm ready. What you bring? You bring every person. Me too. I can bring.
I've spoken to the school about the voice now.
What did the school say?
They said it wasn't a threatening message.
The one I've just listened to?
Yep.
It wasn't a threatening message. He didn't say he wanted to kill him, but to talk to him. And that he never said that he was going to meet up with a load of other lads.
That's exactly what he says. And he asked to fight.
What's the school
You bring
say?
who you want, he says.
Yeah.
The school, so that's the school's response, was to make excuses for him.
Yeah.
What's the mood at the minute of parents at school? Do you know?
The main mood, after speaking to a lot of the parents, is they cannot believe that they're in there in the first place. The school never told them, and they're mortified.
So you got a 13-year-old girl. Was you ever consulted that migrant men
No.
were going to become, migrant children were going to be coming into the school at all?
No, not at all.
There's no consultation at all?
No, but then there's also people that I know whose children are due to go in the school, and they don't want their kids going into that school now. They're scared.
Did you have any concerns like this a year ago?
No.
Have you noticed the difference in the feeling of your children going to school around their education in the
Only the last few weeks and months, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not like they're racist or anything like that. They're not.
Yeah.
But it's becoming an anti. It's the way it's been portrayed. I understand migrant families coming over, husband, wife, children, settling, making a life, both husband going to work, kids learning English. That's not happening, I'm afraid. That's not. They've not just come in and settled and interacted with the community. It's just like they've just been dropped off, left, but it's just men. It's not families.
So these boys, like for example, the boys that are in your school, are they here with their mums and dads?
But what I've heard, no, it's just
Groups of men.
Just groups of men, or it's them and the dads. I've not heard anything about there being any women around or out like that.
There was other parents who were supposed to be here. Do you know them?
Yeah,
Do you know why they didn't come?
they're frightened to death.
What?
Absolutely frightened to death.
So do you feel that in the school, lots of parents are frightened and they're being scared into silence on this issue, which then
Either
possibly
that,
could
they're being lied to, being told that everything's all right and it's not affecting your children. If your children are on par for doing well, it's not affecting your children.
Do you think your children are being put in danger?
Yeah.
Got Lily going to school, don't you? You're just scared of her.
You've got your youngest daughter.
Starting.
I'm scared as well as the brother. If anything happens.
Like the problem with this is happening in schools across the UK. Yeah? But the problem with it is you can pull your son out, but there's another hundreds and hundreds of young girls and boys who are going to be put through the same similar situation. So the school should really be protecting first and foremost the kids that were the British
That's what I
children.
can't understand why they're not doing that. Why are they twisting it so it's their fault? I don't get what they're gaining from it. With money, what?
I'd say the schools probably get a financial reward for having migrant children in.
Well, that'd be it then, because
I'll look at that.
It's ridiculous.
I believe that you're not 15.
I'm 15
To me, you look older than 15.
I'm 15.
Okay, how will I believe that you are 15?
I'm 15.
How will I believe that?
Take it from me.
Okay, when you arrived, Benton, you lied to the immigration officer. Earlier, you lied and said this was your passport. So how can I believe you?
No, that was initially just, I'm afraid. I don't know what to say.
We need to think about getting social services involved and processing his case for asylum.
And of course there are implications, because I've had a constituent in Monmouthshire who had a young boy placed with her, or at least he said he was a young boy, but actually he's thought to have been in his 20s, and then went and carried out a serious assault.